gifts, but want subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh God, another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid. Am I dreaming? What just happened?
Whoa! Welcome back to Come Lose It. I know it's been a while. It's been a goddamn while, but I gotta fill you in. You can probably hear it in my throat. Hasn't been the easiest. Hasn't been the easiest turn to 40, I will say. Hole 9 is tough. The greens are dry. They're cracked. There's holes in them, but god damn it, if I won't say it is close to Christmas, we are under a week away from the beautiful day. I've never felt more distance from the day itself. Weird year. It's a weird year as we're about to enter the mid-20s, the mid-fucking 2020s. Can you believe it? 100 years ago, they were zooting and zollering and zipping, doing, drinking that prohibition booze out of bowling balls. And now we're 5 years into a global pandemic, and we're in this glorious era called It's Probably a Cold Era, which means go to work, don't wear a mask, and hey, if someone can get just like 3 feet from you, they're probably fine. Well, we learned the hard way from my wife's new work that that doesn't exactly work, and her entire office got COVID-19, including us, and we've had it. We've been testing positive now for over 10 days, and we just can't shake the fucking thing. I tested a mere 40 minutes ago. Thought maybe I would, because I'm feeling better. I'm definitely feeling a lot better. Still a little bit of nasal swelling and congestion, a little bit of a cough, not as bad, but it's still there, and the proteins are still coming up on those tests. And boy, all those free tests you got, all that buffering solution dries up. So you got to use 2 pouches of buffering solution now for one test, which means you got to throw out about half the box of tests because you can't just go buy this buffering solution. Apparently there's a chemical in it that is used to make bombs. So you can't exactly buy like a goddamn giant tub of it, or it's gonna flag CSIS and the RCMP and whatever else here in the great state, 51st state of America. Yes, that's right. I'm referring to Trump making a joke, which is hard to take seriously. For one, it's not going to happen, but he did talk about how he made a joke that we should join America. The entire country of Canada should join America as the 51st state. The whole fucking country, one state. Could you imagine? Now, we don't have a very big population, but it is a lot of people, a lot of different governments and stuff. It'd be a hellish transition. It'd be really weird. We'd have to change our currency. I guess we could go to Hawaii whenever we wanted. Yeah, just move to Hawaii. If that's what I'm going to do. If we become America, we're moving to Hawaii, and that's that. We're going to just fucking... I'm going to fucking... And I won't take it from the natives there. I'm going to take it from fucking Mark Zuckerberg or fucking Oprah, who've got these gigantic 1,000-acre compounds on the small goddamn island. You fucking monsters. What are you doing? Come on, we know that Hawaii isn't really America. It's really fucked up. Like, if anything could have been more stolen in a personification, it's fucking Hawaii. Leave them alone. 1,000 acres? Come on, Oprah. You're fucking 70. What are you going to do? You got no kids? You better leave that to the people of Hawaii. God damn it. Anyway, COVID really fucking sucks. It's wild to turn these tests positive because I've never been able to do it. I've been sick now 4 times in the last year, and none of those illnesses, those 3 other illnesses, have provided a positive COVID test. So, and the way I've been feeling on this, which hasn't like this, the fever only lasted about a day, but the brain foggy shit, and like I still have been like sweating more than I normally would, which I think is just trying to get it out of my system. And then this congestion, you can really feel it attacking your lungs. So we've been hacking up stuff, and I tried to neti stuff out today, but it's just swollen. It's like there's not even that much in there. I'm not getting anything out with the neti because it's just like my nasal patches are swollen and my ear is plugged because of it, and it's like causing a lot of ringing. been very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. But hopefully by this weekend, we'll finally see that negative test because I'm getting a faint line. It's definitely a lot fainter. The last few tests have been faint, which I think is a good sign. But it's still there, man. It's still fucking there. Like my wife got a major viral load dose at her work from this woman. And a lot of people got sick. We possibly sent it to Germany, so danke schön. Danke schön to you people in Germany. I hope you enjoy the Canadian mutation. But don't worry, it's probably just a cold. It's probably just a cold. That's what we got to say. I get it. Everybody's fucking tired of this shit. It's not, we didn't fix it. We didn't conquer it. Now we just have to accept that it's hopefully going to be endemic and be like a cold or a flu, something that the majority of people will just be fine and it won't fuck up our organs and cause blood clots and stuff like that. Anyway, that's where I'm at. I've tried to record this podcast now 3 times. This is the 3rd time. This is the last time I'm going to record episode 123. I recorded a couple of days ago. It was very fucking dark. It was the type of dark that friends listening to it would have called my wife and been like, hey, is everything all right with Matt? So I decided to reformat that hard disk, and is she gone? That recording doesn't exist, and there was no way that I was going to put that online. It can't get that dark. Not on this pod. That's not what it's about. We talk about dark shit. We go crazy and we lose our mind, right? Come lose it. But we don't want this to turn into like a suicide manifesto. I don't want that to be it. Okay. So we're gonna, you heard that cool Christmas song. We're gonna have more Christmas songs today on the docket for the intro and outro. We're just gonna try to get into the Christmas spirit. I think it's time to watch some Christmas movies, finally put some presents under the tree. And, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Sometimes turning 40 really kicks you in the fucking balls. And, I got sick immediately when I turned 40 with just a mild cold, nothing to complain about too much, just a mild cold, a bit of a sore throat. It wasn't even bad at all. It wasn't bad at all. It lasted maybe 5 days. But this sucks. And I'm just glad it's like coming to an end before the last couple of weeks of December, because a lot of people are getting sick out there, man. A lot of people are getting stuff, and these tests don't work or they don't have them anymore. They're even hard to buy online. And I went on this one site, some PPE supply fucking company, and they're $20 a box now. So they're like $4 a test. And you can pay more. You can pay an extra $5 if you want them to, the ones that expire in 2026. So you pay $5 less if you want the ones that are good for a year. I cannot believe they're monetizing on a best fucking before date. That's where we're at. For the people, for the people. So we're using these old tests. Apparently they're still good for a couple years. They've been positive like crazy. I was negative the previous Monday and Tuesday, and then positive ever since. So hopefully by this weekend we can just get some fucking negative in our life. Get this viral load down, baby. Because if you're showing up on those green box tests, folks, if you're showing up, that means your viral load is high. That's what that means. Because those tests are shit. They only detect the high viral loads. If you're in Canada, you know what I mean when I say the green fucking box. Anyway, I had a bunch of stuff, really, really old notes in the opening third, so I'm not going to really go through much of them. We've had a huge postal strike here in Canada. It's finally over. I am waiting on checks to come in, which really fucking sucks. I hate having to chase down money. I don't even know if they put it in before the strike started or if they held on to it. I'm going to have to look into that. Probably I'm not going to get paid from one job until the new year. That fucking blows. Anyway, that's the nature of the beast, and we just got to stay positive. We got to stay positive and just be happy that we have this miracle called life. We have to be happy about it, folks. Because I don't think there's anything after. I think we go back to worms. Whoa.
Fitness update.
Okay, we're just going right to the fitness update. Obviously, I have COVID. I have not worked out in over 2 weeks. It's been a real rough rough December for working out. I think I'm going to get on the bike today, though. I think I'm going to start exercising because I'm going crazy. I'm honestly going crazy, just like sitting here waiting for this disease to part from my body. Even though I'm like feeling probably like 90% good, probably 90%, 95. Just sound a bit shitty, but the cough's been getting better every day and whatnot. So I just haven't been able to work out. But you know what's been good about when you get sick is you don't drink. So I haven't been drinking in almost 2 weeks. I think that's good. It's good for the body because the more I read about how bad alcohol is, it's bad for every cell in your body. So if you're sick, don't even fucking go there because like my body's fighting hard. I haven't had a vaccine in over a year, so it's the crib notes are a little yellowed, if I may say, and that's just what the whole body's dealing with. And well, hopefully this is it. I can't get a vaccine now for 6 months, so I am going to go get a flu shot though. I think I'm going to do that maybe on Monday or something, seeing how I am. And I think that'll be enough time. Almost, it'd be 2 weeks from exposure. So I think I'd be fine. But fuck, I hope we can turn these tests negative. God damn it. But we got to get back on the exercise. Have been walking the dog, obviously, which is given some exercise. We've been having to do that. My wife's out right now walking the dog. So we do get exercise and fresh air that way, which is good. But got to get back on my shit, man, because it's not how I wanted to start off 40. This ain't it. Let's just move on to some fucking health news now, okay, honey?
Health news. News that is health related.
Well, we're about a month away from Donald Trump becoming president of the United States of America again. I cannot believe this is happening. The last episode we had pretty much a mourning for the country of America, and now he's making jokes about turning Canada into America. He's gonna have a fucking conspiracy freak running the health and wellness chapter. That's probably what he thinks it is. He's got no fucking idea. I just if you just want to see, there's videos put together by people that were in his former administration in 2016 and talking about working with him behind the scenes. And there was one guy, I don't remember his name, but he worked closely with him and he talked about how much of a fucking idiot he is. Where he's just he's winging it. He has no plan. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just fully winging everything on the go, to the point that to solve the border crisis, he said he wanted to put a moat across the border. Now that's across the border of America. That's like 2,000 miles or something like that. A moat, and he wanted to fill the moat with water, obviously, but with snakes and alligators. So the whole moat will have these snakes and alligators, and people who are trying to get in, they're going to have to go through that moat. And if they, survive the moat, then they got to deal with the fence. But there's a good chance they're going to be bit by a snake or eaten by a crocodile or an alligator. That was one of his real ideas, I think, because he's the guy at the top. And he's like, well, I could say anything. And now he has all the power. He has every fucking government level of power, including the Supreme Court. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But he isn't being, his felony isn't being thrown out. So that's going to haunt him, his whole presidency, because they're going to say, no, we're going to sentence you when you're done your term. And I think by the time he's done his term, he's going to be dead. I do think he's going to die sometime in his early 80s. He's disgusting. And the reason that I'm bringing that up now is we're going to go over the Trump diet. We used to talk about a lot of different diets on this podcast. We've done the Subway diet. We've done the tongue patch diet. There's just tons of really weird fucking diets out there. But the Trump diet, for a man who is about to be 79 years old, now look, this is a pro fast food fitness podcast. I would be a hypocrite if I were to attack him in any way for this beautiful diet. So I do have to give him his kudos for having this McDonald's fast food diet at his age, because usually at that age, you're taking pills, you're being careful with your food because your body's not as strong to fight off all this garbage, but not Donald Trump. Okay. And the man drinks like 18 Diet Cokes a day. Doesn't drink any fucking water. He's kind of my fucking hero in some ways. Okay. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I voted for Trump. No, I didn't. But let's take a look at his diet because he's got RFK Jr. now, who's supposed to be running his like fucking food, health and food safety part of his cabinet. And he had this interview and he talked about how bad Trump's diet is, right? President-elect's meal choice is really bad, quote from RFK Jr., and he never drinks water. So let's go through it and see what you think and if it's something that we want to talk about as a possible, maybe something I should do for the podcast. I should do a day of the Trump diet. Now, I'd have to drink 18 Diet Cokes. That's a little more than I like. I usually 1 to 2 max. 1 to 2 max if I'm having a Diet Coke. 18's a little much. That's a lot of caffeine. That's a lot of aspartame. I like to keep it low because apparently once you get up that high, that's when aspartame starts to turn on you. So then he did make RFK Jr. post for a photo eating McDonald's after he did this interview, which is fucking hilarious. And it makes me like Trump even more because now he's like, oh, you got a problem with the way I fucking eat? Yeah, well, why don't you fucking take a picture of you eating this goddamn Big Mac and drinking a full fat Coke. So the Trump diet, this is what Donald Trump, the next president, 45 and 47, has on a daily basis, okay? And a lot of it looks like he's a bit of an intermittent faster, okay? So breakfast, nothing. Bacon and eggs if he has to. So if he has to eat, if he's going on a walk, like a 10-foot walk, 20-foot walk, he's got to walk to the chopper or something, he might have some bacon and eggs. That's what he has for breakfast. Lunch, nothing. Okay, so he's doing the intermittent fasting. He's a bit of an OMAD. Motherfucker's a bit of an OMAD, okay? But he does drink Diet Coke, so that cancels out the intermittent fasting if you're drinking Diet Coke. Anyway, lunch, nothing. But if he has to, meatloaf sandwich. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Like you want a meatloaf sandwich every once in a while, you know? Now dinner, here's the big one. He never misses this. Okay, so he has... These are his options that he has for dinner every night. A full McDonald's dinner of 2 Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish, and a small chocolate shake. Okay? Now notice, no fries. No Coke, no fries with dinner. Diet Coke the rest of the day, but he has a chocolate shake. He's getting his calcium. He's getting, lots of good protein probably from that because, a lot of people drink chocolate milk because it's got a great carb to protein ratio. So you know what, 2,430 calories for that dinner. Wow. That's a lot for someone who hasn't really eaten all day. And if he's had bacon and eggs and he has had a meatloaf sandwich, it's probably going to put him over about 4,000 calories in that day. Would be why he's a bit portly and a bit stinky, but he's got a bit of a smell. Now, if he's not having that for dinner, he's having pizza, but not the crust. Okay. He's not a crust fan. He doesn't like the dip. None of that. So a lot of people are like that. They don't like the crusts. I don't know if that's healthier. I don't think it is, but it's less food. Let's just say it that way. Now, if he's not feeling like that, he's having a classic KFC bucket. Now, KFC buckets are something you're supposed to have once every 8 years. Okay? That's how often I have one. We had one like a couple months ago. I'm good for 8 years, I'm maybe never again. As you get older, in my 70s, I don't think I'll have a KFC bucket. But Trump will. KFC bucket. So he's having fried chicken, pizza, or 4 McDonald's sandwiches and a chocolate shake. Now, if he's not having that and he wants to get a little fancy, he has steak. Okay? Classic rich guy thing. And he has it so well done, you could wear it as a goddamn boot. And also, very classy, has it with ketchup. That's how he panders to his young audience, putting ketchup on everything. I remember my stepsister, she used to put fucking ketchup on absolutely everything. I remember her putting on shepherd's pie, and she would turn it into like this weird ketchup smudge, and it was disgusting. And she doesn't recall it at all, how much she had ketchup on every single piece of meat that she ever ate. And I remember because I was a teenager, and it made me sick. His former brother said it would rock on the plate. It was so well done. That is how does anyone enjoy a well done steak like that? I don't care what ketchup you got. I don't care if it's like a spicy kind or what. That's fucking disgusting. Come on. Now snacks, 12 Diet Cokes. Sorry, I said 18. 12 Diet Cokes and Doritos. That's the snacks through the day. So he's not intermittent fasting if he's having 12 Diet Cokes and Doritos. Lots of weird chemicals in Doritos. Diet Coke, obviously, we all know the issues there, but I think that it's totally fine if you have a few Diet Cokes every day. I don't think it's been proven that it will give you cancer or anything. Sorry, I think allergists have the real knowledge there, folks. I was with Dana White the other day. He's very close to Trump. They've had a relationship for 20 years. He said sometimes he'll sit through a fight with Trump, and he's there for 5 hours during the fight. Never seen him drink a glass of water. Never. I get it. This man loves McDonald's, and look, the Trump diet, I don't know if I could do it. I can't do the well-done steak. I am a fan of crusts. KFC buckets make me kind of nauseous. I could maybe try the two Big Macs, 2 Filet-O-Fish. Like, I don't know, like, is the Filet-O-Fish, it's like him getting his omegas or something? Is that, you think that's healthy? I've probably had 2 Filet-O-Fishes in my life. Maybe one, maybe a bite of my wife's or something. I don't know if I've ever gone to McDonald's and ordered Filet-O-Fish. So I'm going to think on it because I respect the diet that he has. It's disgusting. It's not good for you. And it should kill him in his early 80s. Maybe. But you know, like, what the fuck? What are you supposed to do? You know, I'm not going to talk too much in all the other shit because it's such old stuff I've written in here. We just got to take 123 and stuff it down the chimney for Santa to eat with his cookies, okay? That's what we need to do. I don't want to talk about the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight anymore. It's a long time ago. The one thing I will say is that Jake Paul is like Andy Kaufman wrestling women. It's the same gag he's doing, and he's just monetizing on it a lot better than Andy Kaufman ever did, especially because of what the technology that is at his hands now that wasn't back then in the early 80s. Boy, can you only imagine what Andy Kaufman would be doing on TikTok. I watched Joker 2. I did not like it. It was fine. The music wasn't as annoying as I thought. I thought it was going to be more of a movie that they were going to jump into like full musical mode, like watching West Side Story or something like that. There's a really funny sketch that Norm Macdonald did at SNL. If you can find it, it's hilarious, where his gang is the dancing fucking West Side Story people, and he's trying to have a fight, and he's like the only normal one that's just like, why are you fucking dancing so much? And Chris Kattan like jumps out of a garbage can and he's dancing around like a musical man, and Norm Macdonald's like, oh, that's not good. You just hear it. You can just hear it, and it's fucking throwing, you know? Motion smoothing. Why can't people see it? Are some of us evolved and some of us aren't? Why can't people see the motion smoothing? I was worried that my mom couldn't, but she's been complaining that her TV's turned it back on. She's like, everybody, it looks like a soap star. You need to turn it off. You need to turn off the motion smoothing. Hey, if you're watching a sports event, fine, turn it on. But for everything else, you got to turn it off. It looks like shit. You can't act like you don't see it. Please don't. Please, I can't. Tom Cruise is upset. Like, how am I going to get on his cake list if everyone's going to use the motion smoothing? He hates motion smoothing. The last thing I'll just talk on is the assassination of that healthcare executive in Toronto is the wildest thing to wrap up 2024 because everyone is so happy about it. And this guy is like a hero. This little Luigi is a goddamn hero. And yeah, I mean, I guess you had it coming, man. You know, people are sick and they can't get health care because you deny them. And eventually you get 3 bullets in your head that say deny, depose, and something else. And the guy's going to jail for the rest of his life. But at least he'll get a lot of prison panties or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, that's it for this one. Episode 123. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Have a happy holiday. I will try to get one in at the end of the year to wrap up this terrible fucking year. And then we will proceed to the mid-20s. The mid-20s, 2025. And we can pray for my car that is going to be going in for surgery in the new year. Okay?
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say.
Okay, tell me.
Christmas Eve is coming soon.
Okay.
Now, you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can.
Your secret's safe with me.
When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney, broad and black, with your pack, you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one. You'll be sure to know.
Is that low enough? Is that low enough? Are you listening to this in bed? Do you want me just to... Do you want to go back up? Or do you want it down here as you're drifting off to sleep? Is there water in the tree? Bit of a long extra outro, eh?
Johnny wants a